And welcome to show number 237 on the Curly Hair Q&A show. Thanks for joining us this evening. And I'm your host, Ken Nichols. I'm here with Melanie Nichols, as I am every week. And we're also here with Miss Jessica. And today, we're going to be taking your questions live. Not just the questions you submitted earlier today, but we're going to be taking all your questions live. So wherever you happen to be watching the show live, and I know if you're listening on podcast, you can't, but if you're watching the live stream, post the questions in the comment section where you're watching it, and we'll retrieve them from there, and we'll answer them to the best of our abilities. Right. So anyway, so so tell us, how was everything at the salon this week, Melanie? Tell us, give us an update. Tell us how things went. Any good curl clients? Any good transformations?
Yeah.
Anything of interest? I know something of interest that happened this week.
You do?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What?
The new station that arrived.
Oh, Jessica doesn't even know about that yet.
Jessica doesn't even know?
No.
Did you take pictures?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Did you give them to Helen?
No, I didn't.
Okay, then we'll just talk about it.
Oh.
It's exciting.
Maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
It might end up in our garage.
Jessica, there's another present for Jessica. She loves our presents.
I love Ken's presents.
Right.
Yeah, Ken's presents, if you don't know, come attached with work.
I gave her a $500 gift today.
What was attached to it?
Work. That's not the point.
And the gift last week?
That was like a $700 gift.
Attached with?
With some work, but
Right.
it's not the point.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm at work. That's what I'm supposed to get. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah. So we had a great week as usual. Always having a lot of fun, doing lots of curl transformations, and it's hard to remember from day to day and week to week. We do so many clients, each day. It kind of all blurs together, but I'm trying to think. One, I do have pictures up to share. Can you think of anything fun that went on this week, Miss Jessica? We have Jessica with us again, everybody. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you.
She is my friend, assistant, and what I call my work wife, because she helps me with everything. And I don't know, we even get like mail and gifts and things with both of our names on it now.
That's true.
Right.
We do.
Yeah, and we're starting to look alike. People can't tell us apart. They can't. Yeah.
Are we referring to her as Madonna now?
No.
From last week?
Right.
Since you're from Michigan?
No.
Okay.
A lot of people are from Michigan.
All right. Okay.
So, I don't know. Can you think of anything that stands out?
I don't have my notebook in front of me, so I remember
my
nothing.
Gosh. Yeah. Jessica is a big note taker. She always has a notebook with highlighters. She loves highlighters. And, that's the way that she keeps me organized or tries anyway.
Yes.
Unless you're bored and you draw pictures.
Well, that always happens. I always draw something. They're beautiful. You should see some.
Ken said I should start hanging them on the fridge.
I think it's a great idea.
I think it's a
maybe
great
not.
idea.
Maybe not.
Have you ever seen any of them, Ken?
No, I haven't.
They're like Van Gogh.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
She's super talented.
Really? You mean like the scream and all the... Right. You know he was psychotic, right?
I didn't.
Okay, now you
Is
do.
that why you're comparing me?
Yes. Okay, let me ask the question again. Would you rather we refer to you as Madonna or Van Gogh? You have your choice.
Jess. We'll just stick with
Just
Jess.
Jess.
Okay.
Oh, well, what was it that you just showed me that you said looked like the turkey?
My Easter bunny?
No.
No. Oh, it was the shamrock for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. The shamrock and the turkey all look the same.
Yeah.
And a hand. Well, anyway.
So did you guys see our new our new product launch this week? Anybody see it? Did you see it?
I didn't. I did not.
No. We had a new product launch this week in the Rock Girls Vault line.
Nice.
So, yeah. We'll tell you about it later.
Cool. So let's see. Well, I did send some pictures to Helen, and she can share those with you. One of the things that was kind of funny, I have clients that this is why I ask a lot of questions and work with a lot of pictures, because people have different ideas of how they see themselves and how they see color and how they see styles. Jessica and I have a standing joke with that, because she sees colors totally different than I do. Like I'll think something's blue and she thinks something's green, and and you go through that a lot with clients. And so I think it's really important to ask a lot of questions, show a lot of pictures, because they may be saying, they want red hair or they don't want any red, and then all the pictures they're showing you have red in them. So it's really important to clarify so that you don't have any disasters. So I got a message from this client who's also a friend late at night. I think it was the day before, a day or two before her appointment. And she sent me, I don't know if there's a way to just show, she sent me a picture of, what's her name?
Julianne Huff.
Julianne Huff. And she said, what do you think about this? Do you think we could do this with my hair? And so I kind of looked at it and I laughed, and I sent her a picture of herself back. And I said, you have the exact same hairstyle. So yeah. So Helen, you can put these pictures up. She looked at that picture. The picture I sent back to her is on the bottom with the glass of champagne, which is so funny.
It's very her.
Yeah, because we call her Party Patty, and she's just a lot of fun. But so it's the same style. It's like the same hair, but she looked at that and saw something totally different. And when she came in for her appointment, I was like, what are you looking at that's different about that hairstyle? She's like, well, it's curly. And I said, oh my God.
It's what?
Curly. So, which it's not, it's wavy, but her hair has the same kind of waves. And I'm like, well, Patty, that's just a difference of styling your hair. Don't blow it out straight. We always blow it out straight. She never wears it natural. So all I did was trim it, just trim the ends and style it wavy. And voila. I mean, she's got the exact same hair. And she still was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Is this how I should? And I'm like, it's exactly like the picture. So there you go. You can see her, after I just styled it wavy. And that's all. It's just a matter of styling it differently. That's it. And it's cute. We liked it. We'll see what her friends say.
We'll see what her friends say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're going to love it.
Yeah, I think she looks young, and it's fun, and it's just something different that you can do so easily just by changing up how you finish your hair.
Yeah. If you have a question, feel free to type it in the comment section wherever you're watching this live, in the Curly Girl support group or the Curly Hair Q&A group, the Raw Curls user support group, the Diva Curl user support group, or on the Curly Hair Q&A show YouTube channel. If you're watching there, and even if you're not, go in there, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get alerts every time we go live with a new video, or a live, or both. So it helps our algorithm, so we'd really appreciate it. Go in there, like us. All righty. All right. Got anything else for us, Melanie? Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, well, I came across something interesting today on my journeys around town and stopping, at all of the stops that I need to make. I ran into the supply house. I needed a little bit of, I usually use a little color insider, which is a non-ammonia hair color.
They're discontinuing it. Did you know that?
So I saw that online. Somebody sent me a message and asked what to do because they were in a panic because I had recommended on my blog, actually Patty. That's so funny. If you bring Patty's picture back, I use the color insider on her. She's got dark hair mostly. And I lift it up with the color insider, and I just use a combination of the 10N, 10A, and 10V with their 30 volume developer, and I'm able to get this nice blonde. It's a great, I call it a high lift blonde, but very gentle. And yeah, so I guess they're discontinuing it. A stylist sent me a message, or I think she's a stylist. I don't know. And she's been using that formula, and she's like, I can't get it anymore. And I said, oh my gosh, oh no. So today I ran into the supply store, and sure enough, like they didn't have any of the color insiders. So I asked one of the workers, and I said, what's going on with color insider? Are they discontinuing it? And he's like, oh no, they just replaced it with the curly color. And I said, what do you mean? I think I sent you a message, Ken, a few months back. I saw Matrix had come out with a curly blonde, like a curly lightener.
Yeah, and I had asked some of the curly hairstylists or specialists in our private Facebook group for stylists, if anybody had used it and whatever, and there were a handful of people that did, no one liked it. Said it was full of a lot of junk ingredients, and I didn't see one person that said they liked it.
Great. And
no, not great.
well, so now they're replacing the entire color line, the Color Insider color, with a curly hair color, which is non-ammonia, which I laughed at because they act like, ooh, wow, this is so smart. Yeah, and groundbreaking is something so intelligent and new. And I was like, wow, well, that's funny because I've been teaching about using non-ammonia hair color on curly hair for 20 years, and I got really ostracized and attacked at a hair show where I was teaching, because people didn't believe in it. And now, all these years later, it's like the latest and greatest new thing.
You mean like clean curly hair care? Makes me laugh every time I see it. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So now supposedly that's going to take the place of Color Insider, and it's this, it's just a non-ammonia hair color, but it's a very minimal line. Like there's not very many colors in it yet. Maybe they're going to add more. I don't know, but they don't have the level 10s in there. So it's not right now a replacement. So
we'll see. It's been a couple of months that I can think of. It's been a few months. So we'll see.
That was for the lightener. This is like, they didn't have all these colors. This is the first time I've seen them, but I haven't really, with the holidays and stuff, I haven't been to the store. So
I'll snoop around and I'll ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yolanda commented, she said it does look the same and super cute. So it does.
Oh yeah. Patty's here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, she looks great. She's fun. She was a flight attendant for Delta for 50 years. She's like the old-fashioned, nice.
Yeah,
fun.
old-fashioned. She loves to fly and it shows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
that old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, do we have any other questions? Jess, do you have anything?
Nope, don't have any questions.
No?
Everybody is perfect. I'm going there right now, Helen. Thank you very much.
Well, I can ask Jessica a question because people always ask.
Now we're curly hair Q&A questions.
We have had questions many, many, many times. People always wonder what it's like to work with me. Oh. So you can answer that question.
It's a lot of fun to work with you. I don't know what do people want to know?
Well, like what I do and how you always comment to me that you've learned a lot just watching me, but also, you never know. It's always interesting. Like Jess does everything from helping me with my wardrobe. Getting me dressed in the morning, helping me button my tops, my pants get stuck, the sequins. It's always an adventure. It's kind of you said it nicely. You know what I was going to say.
It's fun. No, I never know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen.
We do so many things. I save her from climbing on tall ladders. I don't know. You never know what I have to do. It's, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. I've learned a lot of different things from you about people that aren't stylists don't necessarily understand the difference in a lot of things. And I've learned that a lot because I'm not a stylist. So I'll say something to you like, oh, I didn't realize that full foils versus partial foils is going to take such a different amount of time. Or I don't know. There's just lots of things that I've learned from you that I was just oblivious to because I didn't know. So
you used to be one of those that just showed up and thought, well, I'll just decide what I'm going to get. Yeah. In the chair. Yeah. I just had another request for that. Someone that was referred to me and they called to make an appointment. I actually happened to talk to them on Saturday. Jess wasn't there. And she's like, well, we'll decide if I need a haircut when I'm there. No, that doesn't work that way. I said, but like you said, I mean, I guess some stylists work that way. I just don't. I mean, my schedule's too tight. I had to explain to her, my schedule's super busy. I work on so many people every day and 12 hours a day. So we can't really just decide on a whim because I have to know how much time. If I said, if we don't block it out, you're not going to get a haircut. And if we do block it out and you don't get the haircut, I lose that money and time. And she's like, oh, okay, well then just put me down for the haircut. But you're right. Like to me, like it seems crazy that people don't think about that, but they just don't know.
Right. And I'll have people call me and say, I think I'll decide what I want to do when I get there. And so I kind of have to walk people through and say, well, what are you thinking? Let's talk about it. And by the time we get to the end of the conversation, most people have figured out, they really do know what they want. They just don't understand the terminology, I guess. And so talking them through it works. And you're so on point. You're so on your minute. And you don't have that time in between.
Right.
And I feel like other stylists do. Other stylists that I went to prior to you had time in between
Yeah,
clients.
they don't book as tight. Yeah,
And-
I know that for a fact. Yeah.
And so for you, there's no wiggle room.
Right.
And so that's why you're so on. And
Yeah, I think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination of absolutely that reasonable people / stylists will book in time to go to the bathroom and to eat and to take a break and whatever, right? And clients expect that, and so they figure I've got a little wiggle room between each appointment. Then there's other people like me. Before I met Melanie, I didn't understand this concept either, and I was busy. I was a busy guy back then. Not as busy, well, yeah, probably as busy as I am now, but I actually. I had a hairstylist for a number of years that I met in college. She was a friend of 2 or 3 girls that lived on my floor that went to high school with Melanie. I didn't know Melanie at the time. But
Who are you talking about?
But I knew them. Amy.
Oh, okay. Oh, she was a hairstylist?
Amy
Schwalbach?
Berghofer.
Oh, Berghofer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amy Schwalbach's friend.
Oh.
Anyway, so all these chicks they all went. I'm from a different generation, all right?
okay.
And they would not be offended if I called them that. But anyway, they all lived together, and Amy Berghofer would come up and visit because she had been through beauty school already and was already a hairstylist.
Oh.
And one time that she was up for the weekend, of course, I did the rude thing.
Ask
She's
for a
up trying to
haircut.
have fun for a weekend, and what does Ken do? You give me a haircut, right?
Yeah.
Ken with no money.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're
Oh.
asking
And
for
you
a
didn't even know how to
favor.
tip either.
Tip-
God, you were
tip?
pathetic.
Wouldn't you like to be paid first? Well, I didn't do either.
Nice.
I didn't know. I was young. I didn't know. But anyway, when I got out of school, her salon just happened to be on like my path every day of where I drove, right?
God.
So you think that it would have went real smooth, and I'd make my appointments and show up at the time. Oh no. And she was too nice to really clue me in until one day she finally
She should have fired you.
No, she should have. She absolutely should have. Oh, I can remember almost all the time. It was always like a 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock appointment I would make because that would be in my travel, right? Oh yeah, 1:15, 1:20, 2:20,
You'd show up late.
and
That-
think nothing of it.
Wow. What
You
a
know what
jerk.
changed? You know what changed?
What?
She was married and she got pregnant, and her mood changed. And one day
Ah,
she clued
she
me
just
in.
let you have it.
One day she clued me in.
Ah,
You know how many times I was late after that?
good
None.
for her.
You know how many times I tipped after that? Every. That's all it took.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to tell them. I have a client like that too, a male who's always late, and I do a
You
color.
got to tell them.
and
You
I,
do.
I did.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? You're going to have to choose one or the other today. Can't do both. I said, you're too late. I cannot, I'm not going to run late for everybody else. So you pick. I said, you get either color or cut today, but you can't have both. And he chose, and it was fine. And he wasn't mad. I mean, when you show up like, what was it, 40 minutes late
For an hour and
for
a
an
half
hour and a half,
appointment.
hour and 15-minute appointment.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. I never.
I just can't do that. Like, and I think most people, when you tell them, I am different than you. I definitely don't overpromise. I'm honest and I'm realistic. And I tell them, like, if somebody comes late, I say, you know what, we can still do your cut and color, but we are not going to have time to blow dry. And they're fine with that because I'm like, I cannot run late for the rest of my day, And I don't think I've had anyone get upset.
Well,
I mean,
they know they're late.
yeah. Yeah.
You
So,
can't still get a full appointment when you're not there for the full time.
I mean, I'm not going to stress out. And someone I just said, I don't want to do a bad job being rushed, and I'm sure you don't want that either. And so it's like, this is the way it's going to be.
Yeah. I'm sure some people would be offended if you clued them in on that, but other people would be embarrassed and humiliated like I was because I felt like a complete idiot. Because I just never thought of, I don't know why. It just never occurred. I think a lot of people really believe that you do what you do for fun. That it's not about money or paying your bills or whatever. This is fun. I come to the salon. It's fun. You're fun. It's fun. This is fun. It's right. And I don't think they put it together that, hey, I'm paying my mortgage. Show up, will you?
Yeah.
Show up.
I've had that talk with a couple people too,
Yeah.
because it is fun and we do have a good time, but it is it is a career, it is a business. I'm running a business, and this is how I pay
Right.
all of the bills.
Yep.
And so someone got upset that I double booked them. It was just while the colors processing, and she said, this is my time and I don't want you to be working on somebody else. And I'm like, whoa, well, you know what, really, this is the way that I wish I could. I said, I would love to be able to just work on one person at a time, but this is a business and I have to pay my bills. So this is the way that I have to operate in order to do so. So if you don't want me to book another person while you're just sitting there with your color processing, then I will gladly do that if you pay for 2 appointments.
And that's reasonable.
Yeah.
And if she wants it, she'll pay.
Yeah. Question.
Yeah, there was a question. Lynn had asked about the Raw Curls Vault line and the things that are have been launching and coming up. We've had, I think, in the last 30 days, we've had 5 launches. So we've had the hydrating cream cleanser that just came out, the hydrating cream conditioner that just came out. They work great together. They're a bargain, 16-ounce bottles. They're at least 40 to 60% less than our other products. But this past weekend, we came out with the long-awaited firm and flexible cream gel that just came out, 16-ounce bottle. That's a bargain.
People love that.
It's people are I'm getting great feedback during the R&D stages, the research. We get a lot of good feedback. I even use it sometimes. I didn't use it today, but even I use it. I still have the samples under my desk under my vanity, but that's we keep them, and I
He's
use
hiding them. He's hoarding them under his desk.
That's what I do. No, my vanity, not my desk.
Vanity.
But yeah, there's actually, and I had mentioned this in our Curl Club a couple of days ago, that I think this coming Friday you're going to see this, and I'll explain it here just like I did in there. So nobody who's a salon customer or stylist customer of ours gets upset. But there's going to be some Raw Curls Firm Hold Gel in 16-ounce bottles, black bottles with green labels. So they're going to show up in our Curl Club probably Friday this week at a pretty good discount. You guys will like the discount. It's not going to be a long-term thing. So if you want one, grab one. But it's a little... it's a different formulation than our regular firm hold gel, and it wasn't to like undercut our stylists or anything like that. Like I said, when you look at them, you can tell they're for Vault. They're in black bottles. They're ugly. They're really ugly, but they.
I like the black bottles.
Well, not with the green label. They're not pretty.
Oh.
No, they're not. I'm telling you, they're not.
So like
There was some in here
misfit.
before, but there's not anymore. Yeah, they look like misfits, but they those were. They were made actually with a little bit different blend of a non-toxic, non-chemical preservative or whatever. So it's a test, and all the stuff that we test goes through Vault now first. So if you're looking for firm hold gel, there's that, and then probably later this year we'll experiment with a super strong hold gel in the Vault line. Do a one-off on it and see what you guys think. So. That's always a question. What's really interesting is for the longest time, it seemed like everybody wanted medium gel, medium hold, right? Light hold. That was it. Like nobody had firm, right?
And I never sold firm.
Then all of a sudden firm started coming out in some lines, and I saw a lot of talk about it, and I'd bring it up to Melanie for over a year. She's like, no, that's stupid. There's no need for it. Medium hold gel is perfect. Medium, right? Then finally we ran it. we have never sold as much medium gel ever since as we do firm hold now.
Yeah.
Not even close.
I
Our
would say
biggest
it's-
seller of the month, almost every single month, 16-ounce bottles of firm hold gel.
Wow.
I know.
I think in the salon too, it's switched. Like I hardly ever sold firm gel. I use it myself, but most people all bought them. The clients were buying the medium.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden, it seems like they too have switched to the
Yeah.
firm.
Yeah.
I
And
feel like
now
more-
now I see people even looking around for stuff that's a little stronger. And I thought, well, we're playing with preservatives anyway. Get a little bit more longevity out of it. So we'll experiment with a little stronger and see what people think. What do you use, Jessica? Are you firm or a medium?
I used to be a medium, and I have recently switched.
Now
to the
you're firm. See,
So you're one of
I
them.
am.
What happened?
I think that one day when I was buying it, we didn't have a medium, and so I just tried the firm, and I just never switched back.
yeah, it got so out of balance. And like I said, all we sold was medium for years. It got so out of balance that I completely discontinued the 32/33 ounce bottles. I don't even make them anymore because nobody buys them. They won't outlive their shelf life, to get out of the warehouse here. So I quit making those altogether. And I don't know. We'll see what the future holds for medium gel. And
Oh
we'll
gosh,
see.
we're not getting rid of it. No, I
I
love
didn't
the
say
medium
that.
gel.
I did not say that.
It's still a really good gel.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
love
it.
especially for people like me that don't have that tight spirally
Yep.
curl. I have more of the wave, and
Yep.
I mean, I could go back to medium and probably be fine. It's just in my head, I think, that I feel like one's not better than the other. I don't think, because I wash my hair every day. So I don't need that extended hold.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So for me, using the firm, I always say when you start off with a stronger curl, you're going to get a longer lasting curl. And that's, people are like, what's the difference? What's the difference? It really comes down to personal preference. The softer you start, the less amount of time your curl's going to last, so if you start off with just a mousse, your hair might look good for the day, but it's going to be hard to get 2, 3, 4 day curl out of that because it's already so soft. When you start off with a firmer curl and the firm gel, then it takes longer to break down. So not that it's hard and crunchy, but you just start off with a firmer defined curl. So, you can get 2, 3, 4 plus days out of it. I have one client that gets 10 or 12.
I find it funny that I have a lot of people who touch our hair,
Oh,
and they'll say like, oh, it's soft. Your hair's soft.
yeah.
And, and during the day, I don't diffuse my hair. So my hair is wet for the first client. In the morning, it's still a little damp. But I mean, my hair's never crunchy. And people will feel it and say, oh, I didn't expect it to be so soft.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We do get felt up a lot.
Well, that makes two of you. Angie would like to know, she said, hello to all of you. What can you put on a scalp to help with dry scalp due to aging and lowering estrogen levels? Thanks. I'm turning 50.
Welcome to the 50s. She's hovering.
She's
Oh,
A lot of us are.
okay, yeah, man. I'm going to stay hovering.
I have a birthday coming up, and
Yeah,
I'm giving
I was
myself
just
a
gonna say
gift.
that.
Yeah,
You're giving yourself a gift.
I'm giving myself a gift. I'm hoping
Is
to
it
be
work?
I'm going to work, right? Just like you, right?
Yeah, let's give Ken a gift.
I actually am. I'm giving myself a gift, and I'm hoping to go to Capitol Grill for dinner, if I'm lucky.
You went to Capitol Grill last year.
And that's the last time I've been there.
Did you make a reservation?
No.
You're not going to Capitol Grill. Sorry to tell you.
You're
All you northern people, go home, please.
He's
We've had enough of
expensive.
you. Go home.
No.
Leave your money, but go home.
That's okay. It's not good for you anyway. So to answer her question, there's things that you can do. But first of all, when you I was just having this discussion with somebody because if your issue is caused from something internally, you have to get that in balance. Otherwise it's going to be an ongoing issue. And yes, we have external things to help, but you're also going to need to, fix whatever's going on internally as well. It needs to be addressed in both places. But, just using products like the raw curls, we do have a lot of ingredients in our curly lines that are good for dermatitis issues. So dry scalp, eczema, psoriasis, to help to soothe those things. But you have to use them daily or, On the outside, you have to, it's not going to permanently make your problem go away because it's hormones that's making you out of balance. But it can help temporarily. Also, our Shine Serum has a lot of healing benefits to it. So if you can take that and rub it on your scalp, that is very soothing and healing. It has tamanu oil in it, which is great, even for scars, but for dry scalp. And then there's other brands too that we have, treatments for just scalp treatments. And there's a cream from Oway that I like. That's a soothing balm, and that works really well. Similar to what I'm talking about, it helps for bug bites, burns, dry scalp. There's some with CBD in it, and those are helpful. So there's a lot of different options for scalp irritation and dryness.
Mm. We have a new product coming out in the Vault line that's going to be a limited production, I think, at least temporarily. And I didn't get to talk to you about this at all, Melanie, but I'm considering this super special ingredient blend that we're putting in for the healthy scalp cleanser that's going to come out in the Vault line.
Okay, uh-huh.
You know what I thought about?
What?
What if we stick that in the Raw Paws cleanser line or the Raw Paws conditioner?
I don't think it's needed.
You don't think so?
No.
For dogs with itchy skin?
Nope. Because just having the Raw Paws product has solved that problem.
Yeah, I really don't get any complaints when people are using it. Nobody complains.
Because the issue with the pet products that are out there is they have too much perfume in them. They're scented.
That's the big one.
Yeah, the things that they have in them is between the sulfates to clean, and lather, and then the scents that they use is what irritates the dog's skin. And so they're scratching and itching and pulling their fur out. And just making the Raw Paws products, that's why we did it. Because our dogs were doing that as well, going outside, rolling around in the grass, pulling out tufts of hair or fur. And once we, we started using just the raw hair organics on them, and it already had stopped the problem. But that's kind of an expensive way to make it. So then we made the Raw Paws. It doesn't need ingredients for colored hair and those kinds of things that are in the other lines.
Yeah.
So
Murphy didn't need her color to last.
she
didn't
did
need it. She didn't need a color. Oh yes, she did.
She had color.
What am I talking about? That's right.
her picture's on the desk with her little pink heart.
With her pink heart, I forgot. Yeah, she did need a color safe shampoo. But until then, she didn't.
That's right.
Until she started coloring her hair in her old age.
She had foils once even.
That's right. We have a picture with a foil on her head.
That's right, we do.
Murph.
What am I talking about? I forgot. Anyway.
She was fancy.
She was. She was a salon dog.
That she was. So, all righty. Let's see if we got any other questions for you guys. Right.
While you look for that, I can talk about my other client's hair. I gave Helen pictures. You're never there for these.
I know. I
swear.
always miss the good stuff.
You were there when Patty was there, so that was good because she's fun.
Yes.
This is one of my clients. She used to go to the Diva Salon up north, and then she moved to Florida, so she started coming to me, and good thing because they closed all those salons anyway. So she didn't want a big change. She's liking the length of her hair. But you can see just, tweaking it. When it's time for a haircut, you can tell the difference. So I kept her length, but changed the shape of it, took the ends up a little bit so that they're not, so see-through. And then just, change the direction and the look of the hair to take it from going flat on the top and triangling out more to bringing those in and framing the face. And she's actually wearing her bangs a little bit longer, but you can see it just bounces up the curls nicely and, just changes the shape enough that it, it gives her a change.
That
and
shape
an update.
is such a difference. Like with that triangle at the bottom, that triangle, it makes it look so much fuller, and
Exactly.
it's crazy how such a small tweak can make such a big difference.
Right. I think she was kind of surprised because she told me to take only a half an inch off, and I did. And I don't know, she should know me by now, but I definitely listen, especially with the curly hair, but with any hair, when people tell me half an inch, that's what I'm going to cut. And it's funny, again, the perception of people, like, who just did that?
I don't know, but I was just thinking I need to find a little ruler to put on your station because people are gonna like, oh, I just want an inch off, or
Yeah.
oh, I want 4 inches. Like they never
Yeah.
know
They're clueless.
how much it is, and that's so interesting to me.
They definitely did not pass math. I don't know how they did. Yeah, it's weird because somebody just did that. I think you were there, and she was like she's saying she only wanted like an inch cut off, but she was showing me like 4 inches, and I'm like, oh my God, that's like so much.
Right. So which one do you mean? One or this much?
Yeah. And again, so that's where it becomes really important. The process starts with Jessica on the phone for booking the appointments. How much time do we need? And what do they really want done? And then it continues with me because, if she said she wanted 4 inches cut, but she's like really thinking it's like, 2 inches, then she's going to be mad. So I like them to show me visually, like show me where you want the hair to hit you. I say that a lot of times. Do you want it? I did that with you.
Yeah, I said I want it right here.
Yeah.
This is the spot right here. And
Yep.
I don't know how many inches that was.
It was about 6. Yeah. So, it's just easier, like, because they really don't have a perception of what they're talking about. So, when you say an inch and you're showing me 4 inches, like, okay, this is not, something's wrong here. Just show me where you want the hair to hit you. Do you want it at collarbone, under the shoulders, over the shoulders, mid back, brow line, cheekbone? It's just easier to have these guidelines, and then you get it right and everyone's happy. Mm-hmm. No surprises.
That's important.
No surprises. Something else we got to talk about quick here. Just a little announcement. We've scheduled a Raw Curls Academy, the Curl Institute 2-day curly hair workshop for professional licensed hairstylists. What are the dates of that? Sunday and Monday, April what? May?
Nope, it's Saturday and Sunday.
It's Saturday and Sunday. Do you know the dates or no?
The 22nd and 23rd of April.
Of April.
In Toronto.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday in Toronto. On rawcurls.com/academy. Those dates will come up first thing tomorrow morning, and there are limited spots because it sounds like there's already 10 of them sold.
Yeah, she's already got a waiting list.
Yeah, there's already a waiting list. So if you want to grab one of those classes, you can. If you are a licensed professional stylist and need or want curly hair training by one of the top curly hair stylists in North America, now's your chance. And you're not going to get a whole lot of chances this year. No, because our educator is going to go on the DL, right?
On the what?
On the DL. Right? And it's not going to be the 10-day DL, right? It's going to be...
it's an undisclosed amount of
it's
time.
For an undisclosed... what do they usually say? An undisclosed leg injury or an undisclosed abdominal injury. It's like, what does that mean?
Well, you disclosed a little bit by that.
It's not. It's undisclosed. Just going on a DL. So you're only going to have maybe 1 or 2 chances this year, and this is one of them. So if you're anywhere near Toronto or you feel like flying to the beautiful city of Toronto, maybe catch a Blue Jays game. And
I thought about taking you along, Jess.
Oh, I don't have to work.
That's true.
Unless I have to work for this one.
That means I get to stay home.
No, I was you were going too, but if we're going to have 20 people.
Oh, yeah, you're going. We'll get you. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get you a ticket.
We'll talk about that.
We're done talking.
How did your first week of customer service rep go?
It hasn't started yet. It's going to start this coming week. So
okay.
Anyway.
Ask me again next week.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's it.
No, she's great. She does a great job. She does customer service every day.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Any more questions?
Nope. I think that's it. Unless you got something else you want to chat about. Unless you got something else you want to chat about, I'm doing one more scan through.
You're right. Our weeks just blend together. Like I'm trying to think of what we did this week. I'm trying to go back and think of even who I saw. I don't remember who I saw on Friday. So
you've never seen those people in your life.
Some of them, that's true.
Yeah.
Until they walk in the door, and then I'm like, oh.
That's like another joke between us because Jess always forgets. She's like, I've never met this person. I've never seen them in my life. And I'm like, yes, you have.
But we have so many clients who come in the evening or on the weekend that I really have never met, which is interesting because I know their name. I book their appointments. I know their name on the computer, but I couldn't put a face to the name. So it's interesting. There's some people that'll come in and I'm like, okay, nice to meet you. Although I've been talking to you for 3 years.
Melanie, did you ever consider creating a really strong, curly girl friendly hairspray? One that's really got some strong hold.
No, I haven't actually. Like I wasn't a big proponent of a hairspray altogether. I'm personally not one that uses it. Like curly hair is, I like it to be soft and free and move, have movement to it. So, so I really haven't, I guess there's some people out there that would use it, but for the most part, I think, people with curly hair want it to be soft and touchable and, be able to move it around, not be sprayed in place.
Okay. Bear with me. Just double checking to see if
We're
there's
bearing. Oh, we need John's pajama bottom pants. Isn't that what he says? Bear with me.
Bear. He always has some kind of punny joke to tell that corresponds with whatever his pants are that day.
That's funny.
Nope. Nope. I think that's it.
Well, we, I don't know if you know. No, I didn't tell you this, Jess. The winner of our Christmas drawing came in to pick up some products. So I told her she was the winner.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't tell her what she's getting. She has to wait till her appointment.
Do we get to put a basket together?
A bag.
Okay.
Yep. And so she was super excited. We had a Christmas kind of a door prize drawing. And so we had people fill out a ticket. And so we, chose the winner, and she's a really fun person. So she's excited.
Yay, that's fun.
Yeah. She's like, I love surprises. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she's really excited. I think she's got an appointment in the following week.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
this is someone who, it was fun. She has kind of wavy hair, but she wears it more blown out. But anyway, she was one that she's starting to date, and I did a new haircut on her, and we styled it fun and sassy, and Jess is like, we need to take a profile picture and put this on the dating site for you.
Yeah, she was talking about going on those dating sites, and we said, I thought, what a better time. Your hair looks perfect. Let's take a picture. And what was the outcome?
Bam, she had a date the next day. And then she had a waiting list. There was like 5 more. I don't know. And now she said she met someone. Yeah.
Kind of like your Rock Girls Academy class. There's a waiting list.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to get into the door, there's a waiting list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had that happen at the bank on the way here. They asked me, they're like, oh, you're a stylist, you do hair? I said, yes. And so this happens to me everywhere I go, or they'll comment on my curls or my hair. And so it starts a conversation. And so the girl was like, oh, I need to get my hair done. And I said, well, that's great, but I'm booked till May, so I don't know if you want to wait that long. And then the guy comes over and he's like, oh, I need to get my wife in. She needs to get some color, and I need to detangle my daughter's hair. So it turns into the whole bank having a conversation about their hair. It was always that way. Remember when I worked at Strong Funds?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I was just in beauty school, and I was always in trouble, kind of like someone else I know, for talking.
I don't get in trouble. I get all my work done every day.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I don't have anybody to talk to unless Helen's here, and we're usually too busy to talk. So.
Oh my God, you guys! I was going to say, you just sit in silence.
Silence.
Look at each other. It gets very boring.
You can't see anybody. Can't see anybody through the boxes.
Jessica gets sad if she's even in the room next to me. Like when she has to go do boxes in the back room, she feels like she's in the cave, and she has separation anxiety.
I don't like it. I can't hear what's going on. I can't see it. It's dark in there. She always laughs because I could turn on the light, but I just work in the dark.
On.
I work in the dark back there. It's convenient.
She gets sad. And then the ones that, like when I had a big flower. Oh, the one that you sent me for our anniversary.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Ken. That one just blocked out everything from me. I couldn't see a thing.
She couldn't see around it, so we had to move it.
What can we celebrate next week?
It was a beautiful bouquet, though. She was like, well, I think we'll leave it here. And I thought, okay, I'll let it happen because it was really, really pretty. You did a really good job.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. I'm good that way.
Yeah.
All right.
Any other questions?
Nope. I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap it up. Okay. It's been 45 minutes.
Okay.
I think that's plenty. But you know what's going to happen? Same thing that happens every week.
As soon as we get done, there will be a question.
It'll roll all of them in all the different spots. By the time I get home tonight and check it, yep. Mm-hmm. And they'll be snippy.
So why don't you just bring
haven't
those
been
questions
responding.
in, like this week?
Because then you'd have to hope that those people were watching.
Well, you just have to say, if we didn't get to your question, then we'll get to
Come
it
back
next week.
next week, which I have been saying actually
Yes.
lately. I've been saying, come
We're
back
sorry
next
we
week.
couldn't get to it.
Right, we'll get to you. So, anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week, Monday, same time, same place, for show number 238. And I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we try live Q&A again? See if people want to actually ask stuff.
I think so. Yeah, yeah, I
right.
think so.
We'll try it again. And since it'll be my birthday show, I'll make my big announcement about my gift.
Oh, do we get to put like a birthday hat on you?
No.
Oh, we might. I might have a gift for you.
I'm going to bring my horns.
Well, if you do that, I'm going to have a gift for all of you because I'm going to show up in my birthday suit.
No, that's illegal.
God. Please don't.
You started.
Oh, no.
You started it.
We're going to have my mom's birthday ice cream because we forgot it yesterday.
Oh, that's right. I got some, yeah.
Oh.
Did you know? Here, I learned
Fun
something.
fact. We haven't been doing our fun facts.
Here,
we forgot
we
about
haven't.
fun
Okay.
facts.
All right, we'll give you at least one fun
We'll
fact.
end the show with it.
Yes, here's a fun fact that I didn't know. Did you know that if you miss the flavor of the day at Culver's, that they actually take the extras and they put them in a pint containers and they have a refrigerator in the waiting room, and they're all priced individually, different prices, and you can buy it a day later.
Ah, I'm so smart.
So yeah, well, you are now.
That
'cause
was
now
my
you know.
idea.
Right.
I
So
said,
she
I wonder if they have any left over and if they sell it. Because
I
what do
said,
they do at the end of the
right.
night? Like if they have leftover red raspberry, then what?
Yeah.
Right. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now, if you went to Leon's or Culver's, they make it, as it's coming down. So there's not extras. Those are real places back where we're from. Like real custard. So
There's
Wow.
Culver's here.
it's kind of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they wouldn't have lots of extras because they make it. It's like it comes down right in
I
front of
see.
you. Right. But anyway, yeah, you can get it there. So for $5.25, I got a pint of Melanie's mom's favorite and promptly forgot it in the fridge at the salon. And
Oh. It's at the salon.
are you getting?
What
Are
flavor
you
is
bringing it home tonight, or are you
Red
going to wait
raspberry.
till? Or are you guys
Oh.
going to eat it at work tomorrow?
No, we don't eat at work.
Yeah, we don't. You talked about that earlier. I don't block off time to eat or pee.
Well, I have to be at the salon tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. ish. So
So make yourself a note and don't forget to
I'm
take
going
it
to
with
get
you.
it tonight.
to take it with me,
Yeah, that's
I can't
fine.
even
will
have
not
it.
be
I'm
going home.
lactose intolerant.
Are
You
you
got
going
it for
straight home?
I'm going to enjoy it.
Bring your little. You have a cooler. You
Nope.
can put it in your cooler.
I'm not coming home.
You have a cooler.
Right, I'll take it with me.
All right.
No.
Sounds perfect.
I'll have it for lunch tomorrow.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, we really
gotta go.
don't eat. Wait, Jessica didn't share her fun fact.
Oh, do you have a fun fact?
I don't know.
Just
A
some
fun
fun
fact.
fact.
About what?
Get up to
About
your mic and
yourself.
tell us, will you, so we can actually hear you?
I don't know.
Come on, give it a
You put
kiss.
me on the spot.
just
I don't
something,
know.
something about yourself.
You're not
somebody
making
that
out
they
loud.
wouldn't know.
My fun fact is that I have children in college.
Oh.
How about that? And I just took him back. So my kids are both in college.
Oh, did
I
you
don't-
cry?
No. He'll be back like in a couple weeks. It's so weird. It
Wake me up when the boredom's
Okay,
over.
I
I know
will
a
come
fun
up-
fact. I know one. I can help you.
Okay.
I'll think about it for next time.
You're about their
know it's hard, eh?
birthdays. That's interesting.
About our birthdays.
No, not ours, but your son and your husband.
Oh, my youngest son and my husband have the same birthday,
Yeah.
which is December 30th.
Yeah, that's kind
And
of
people are always shocked that their birthday is December 30th, like they're the only people in the world with that birthday.
Right.
But it is pretty cool.
Well, I
that
gotta
they both
admit,
have the
like
same one.
if I call like the doctor or the pharmacy or whatever, whenever I give them my birthday, I'm like, oh, I'm the only name that's coming up. Right. I don't know why I think that.
You're not the only one
I'm
with
not
the
the
birthday.
only one.
No, you're not.
Anyway, all right, we're out of here. Fine.
Have a
You guys
great
don't want to
Friday.
ask enough questions. Keep us busy. We're gonna go.
This
We're
is what
just
happens.
just gonna litter you next week with fun facts.
I'll try to think of some.
Yeah,
Oh,
we forgot to. We haven't been doing that, but we used to share a fun fact about us every week. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All kinds of fun
Noted.
stuff.
I'll put it in my notebook.
Right. All right, Melanie, send us off.
Bye. Have a great curly week. We'll
Bye.
have a fun one.
Yep.